What are you doing in my swamp?
Hello everybody, this is Ogre Boy, and I'm going to be doing my review for the new movie, If. Now, since this movie just came out, I'm going to keep it as spoiler-free as I can. Everything. There's some big things in this movie that happened that I really want to talk about, but I'm not going to because I don't want to ruin the movie for anybody who hasn't seen it, because it literally just came out last weekend and everything. This is its second weekend out and everything, but I went ahead and saw it today and everything. And this movie follows a girl who discovers that she can see everyone's imaginary friends and embarks on a magical adventure to reconnect forgotten ifs with their kids. And it's directed by John Krasinski, who is an actor, and he's known for doing the show The Office. I know him from the movie License to Wed, and also the Quiet Place movies, which he also directed, and did a really great job. I'm starting to see that I think this guy is going to be one of those directors that I really want to follow and stuff. He has two other movies I haven't seen yet. I'm going to try to watch those eventually because I love the Quiet Place movies, and this movie was really good. I think it's an excellent movie. I love the old school family movie feel to this. It feels like something that would have came out in the 80s or 90s, maybe even early 2000s, like anywhere from those time periods. It feels like a movie that could be from any of those time periods. It has the animation style that fits like early 2000s family movies like Garfield and Alvin and the Chipmunks and stuff, but it also has that feel of movies like E.T. and stuff like that have more serious themes to them while also being lighthearted enough that kids can enjoy and stuff, like E.T. does and stuff. And John Krasinski himself has said he wanted this movie to feel like a Pixar movie, which comes into the early 2000s things. It does feel like an early 2000s Pixar movie, or and everything. It has a lot of great emotional moments and stuff too, while also having a lot of heart and humor and everything. And it's got great themes and stuff that make it enjoyable for both kids and adults and everything. Cailey Fleming is great in this movie. I think she is really, really good in here. She carries the movie really well. They marketed this movie as a Ryan Reynolds starring movie and everything, and he's not really the main character. He's in this movie a lot and everything, but it takes about 20 to 30 minutes for him to even get in here and everything, and he's not the main character like they marketed it. And I do get that criticism. I've been seeing that a lot, that people say that this movie was not marketed right and everything. I kind of figured what they were going with. I kind of figured everything out about this movie, and I'll talk about that more here in a little bit. But yeah, I think that they did a good job though. I think that Cailey Fleming just really did a great job carrying this movie. But John Krasinski himself has a small role in here. He's really great in the scenes that he's in. Fiona Shaw, who plays one of the worst characters in Harry Potter, Aunt Petunia, plays her grandmother in here, and she's just absolutely lovable. I wanted her to have more screen time and everything. I really loved her and everything. So I think the supporting cast are great in here. The Ifs are all just really lovable characters and everything, especially Blue. He's the one that gets the most screen time, I think, and gets the most to do and everything. He's voiced by Steve Carell, who is one of my favorite actors. So I mean, I don't have any complaints on him and everything. Blue is a really lovable character, and the trailers, I was like, he's either going to be very annoying, or he's going to be really lovable, or maybe a little bit of both and everything. I'm very proud, very happy to say that he was not annoying and stuff. He did not get on my nerves near as bad in the actual movie as he did in the trailers. Like, I was just worried he was going to annoy me, but he didn't. And all the other Ifs are pretty good too. Most of them don't have as much to do. Blossom is a pretty cool character and everything. I wish she was voiced by someone other than Phoebe Waller-Bridge. I just don't like that actress and everything, partially because I felt like she ruined Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, and I just haven't really forgave her for that. But she's harmless in this movie. She doesn't do anything that bad and everything. I just wish it would have been voiced by a different actress, or Blossom, I mean. But she's a likable character and everything too. But none of the other Ifs get as much to do as him and everything. But I love him, and I love the little marshmallow If. I think he's adorable. But you also got ones, and there has a great voice cast and everything of who's who of actors, from Amy Schumer, Brad Pitt, George Clooney, Matt Damon, Louis Gossett Jr. in one of his final roles. A really excellent role for him. Really, this was a good one for him to go out on. I loved his character, the teddy bear character. So I feel like all of the ifs are great and everything. And I love that it feels like a live-action Pixar movie. It really does. Like, you could tell that he took inspiration from it. There's a lot of things in here I was like, that is... The opening of the movie itself, you could tell was inspired by the opening of Up in a lot of ways. And not exactly the same as Up, but like it has some of the same themes of grief and stuff, and it has a sad opening that's reminiscent of Up or Finding Nemo and stuff like that. So I do get what they were going with it, and I absolutely love it. And knowing that going in before I saw this movie, I think helped me from being disappointed with it, because it does... The marketing was very misleading and stuff, and everything. But I will say all the characters are really lovable. I don't think there's one character in this movie that I didn't like. I mean, every single character has some kind of likable personality to them, and everything. You just can't help but love everybody in this movie. Now, I feel like Ryan Reynolds, as far as negatives go, I will say that Ryan Reynolds wasn't up to his normal standards in this movie. He wasn't as energetic or as fun in this movie. I know the role didn't necessarily call for him to be, but I kind of do feel like he was miscast. I think they could have got a different actor, like a comedic actor, to bring some more humor to it. I don't feel like Ryan Reynolds' type of humor really fit this movie. I think someone like... They could have brought someone in to bring more of a humorous and heart to it. Of course, the person that I automatically thought of when I watched this movie was Robin Williams and everything. Of course, he can't do it because he's not here, but I kept thinking the entire time I was watching this movie, I was like, if this movie would have been made in the early 2000s or 90s or whatever, Robin Williams would have been absolutely perfect as Ryan Reynolds' character and everything. But I do think that Ryan Reynolds was good enough and everything. He didn't ruin the movie or anything, but I do feel like they could have had a better comedy star. But that also could just because I'm not a huge Ryan Reynolds fan. I love him in Deadpool and Detective Pikachu, and I like a lot of his movies and stuff, but there's also a lot that I don't like. He's one of those that's hit or miss with me, and I wouldn't say this is definitely a miss, but I wouldn't say it's a hit either. It's just one of those that he was serviceable in it, but he wasn't the highlight of the movie either. So, I mean, he was just kind of there and everything. I wish that he would have had a lot more to do, and I wish he could have been a little bit more funnier and stuff. And also, I knew the way this movie was going to end from the minute I saw the trailers. I knew what the big plot twist was going to be, and I was not surprised whatsoever what the twist was and everything. But that being said, I will say that the marketing was very misleading and everything. But I don't think it's a bad thing either. I think this is one of those occasions where the marketing being misleading worked and everything. And Pixar has done that a lot too. I mean, they've marketed movies to make them look like they're a lot funner and stuff than they are, and then you go see them when they emotionally wreck you and stuff like Inside Out. I felt like that one was a lot like this one in a lot of ways and stuff. So I will say that this movie, while it was, I wouldn't have expected it to be as emotional as it was if I hadn't known and everything. But knowing that they were taking inspiration from Pixar, I was like, I knew that they had to have some kind of emotional core to it, because Pixar is known for having emotions in their movie, not just Inside Out, but you know what I mean, emotional moments and stuff throughout all of their filmography and everything. If he was taking inspiration from that, you definitely could tell it. And also Michael Giacchino, who does the score for a lot of Pixar movies, does the score for this, and it is absolutely perfect for the movie. They really do a great job at getting down that childhood playfulness and childhood fantasy vibe to the movie and everything, and it fits the tone of the movie absolute perfect and everything. So all in all, I think this is a really good family movie. I really don't think it disappointed me at all. It was exactly what I wanted it to be. A lot of heart and humor and good emotional moments. It made me tear up and stuff like I expected it probably would and everything. It's a lot of good themes about grief and stuff and everything. Just don't go in expecting this to be a Ryan Reynolds starring movie where he's the main character and stuff. He is in the movie a lot, but he's not the main character. It's mainly this movie is mainly carried by Kaylee Fleming, and she, like I said, she does an excellent job though, and everything. And I think it's a really, really great movie. It's a little bit predictable, but I still had a really great time with it. And I think if I would have watched this movie as a kid, it would have been one of those movies that I had on repeat and instantly loved and everything. I do look forward to taking my bestie and her kids to watch this movie because I know they're going to love it and everything, and I've really enjoyed it. So all in all, I give If a 9 out of 10. It's a really, really great movie, wonderful story, great characters, and just it's a really fun time. I don't know that this one will get a sequel. That underperformed pretty badly at the box office, so it probably won't get a sequel. I don't know if it really needs one, but I'm not completely opposed to it either, because I like the characters enough that I'm not opposed to a sequel. I don't know that it needs one, though, and I don't know that it'll get one either, though, because it's underperforming and stuff, because we're not supposed to have original stuff. That's all people want is IP stuff. Y'all always complain about wanting original movies and stuff. This movie is original. Yes, there are similarities to Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. In this, it is a little bit similar to it, but it is not exactly like that show and everything. It's not the exact same thing, and it's way better than some people are saying it is. I do understand the criticisms because of it being a little bit misleading. It's more serious than it is funny, but at the end of it, it adds so much heart and stuff to it to make it an even better movie. And if you're a fan of Pixar movies, I would highly recommend it, especially. And if you're a person that always complains about sequels, reboots, and remakes, go see this movie. Don't go see Planet of the Apes. Don't go see Garfield or Furiosa. Go see this. This is an original movie. If you want original stuff, you have to see original stuff to get original stuff, because the studios aren't going to just make original stuff anymore, because that's not what sells and everything. So if you want a good original movie and everything, and want one that's fun for the whole family, I highly, highly recommend this movie and everything. Now, I could see this being one of my favorite movies of the year. So far, I'd even go as far to say it's my second favorite movie of the year and everything. But anyway, let me know in the comments what you think of If, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and have a good day, everybody.